but also for tomorrow. And that is a big challenge. That warfare evolves, it's not new. The leaders, military and civilian, sometimes fail to understand that what those changes might mean, that is not new. We can think about the millions of sleepwalkings into the war in the summer of 1914, when even if many were surely aware of advances in weapons, technology, in chemistry or automobiles or aircraft, they failed to connect the dots. Correctly understanding the changes in warfare is a very difficult challenge. War in Ukraine shows a lot, but shaping our future in consequence is all but simple. So change in warfare is not new, but the pace of change today is very new, very different. After 1989, we look forward to the end of history and decades of peace dividends. NATO and industry got comfortable, maybe too comfortable, against technologically limited opponents, happy to live with long timelines, slow and complex processes, and limited numbers. Instead, today we have the return of might makes right, of nature red in tooth and claw, of predators, who are more than ready to throw the rules out of the windows. Add that the widespread access to new technologies and new constantly updated weapons. When the gap between invention and widespread use is measured not in centuries, not in generations, but in months and weeks, threatening our technological edge. The acceleration of time is clear for all to see on the battlefield in Ukraine, where the lifespan of new tech and new tactics is shorter than ever before, due in great part to the flexibility of software-driven change. But since both sides enjoy that advantage, this acceleration is looping around ever faster. In the fields of Ukraine, you don't spend years designing, building, or fielding new weapons. You don't pull troops back to the front line, from the front line to train them in slow time on these new systems. Instead, it's like your phone updating while you sleep. Hey, prestos, suddenly you have new capabilities. What does it mean for all of us? If predictability is over, if the speed of change continues to accelerate, well, we need to move to a posture of continuous adaptation. We need to show we are able to scale up when necessary for mass with quick and affordable solutions, and simultaneously continue to developing the most advanced ones. We need to show that whatever is thrown at us, we can adapt at speed and hit back harder. That means understanding faster, of course. That means ensuring that we do so across all domains, especially space and cyber, as you said, Mr. Secretary-General, where the effect of increased speed is felt more strongly. So, as you say, Mr. Secgen, industry is an essential part of NATO's deterrence. We must demonstrate we can out-innovate and do so faster than our adversaries, imposing strategic dilemmas and forcing our opponents to constantly recalculate their odds by correctly developing our weapons systems. By demonstrating that our industrial and innovation environment is more reactive, more agile, and smarter. Every time one of you develops something our opponents have not seen before, every time one of you develops something cheaper, something that can be both hide, adapted, or adopted faster, you are making NATO's deterrence more credible. So how we do that? How we, ICT, help you to shape NATO's future? So I would say through a mix of things. The first ingredient of this cocktail relies on real field experiments, where we bring together industry, innovators, and the warfighters to understand what is around the corner. Because we must remain grounded in reality. It's the bottom-up approach. It's what we did with the Task Force 6, demonstrating that we can bring out a USV solution in matter of months with a limited budget. Remember that we had 70 platforms operated during 1 month during the summit. Keeping in mind that all requirements were open to all kinds of solutions, we want to apply that same logic, that same approach to other problem sets. It's what we do with DIBAX that works on NATO's digital backbone, on CWIX that connects the CIS of NATO members. It's what we are doing with the counter drones with LCIX. The second ingredient is bringing a rational science-based approach of the future. If you have the ref, as the kid says, think about Matt Damon in the movie The Martian. He calls for science the shit out of this. It's about bringing a rational approach to the flourishing new tech landscape and making it compatible with available resources and military missions and concepts. It's about taking advantage of the skills in industry and not-profit organizations' expertise in mission engineering. It's about how tech can contribute to accomplishing the mission. It's about using modeling and simulation, for instance. All of these ingredients are to shake as a cocktail to give life to the new tactics and new concepts that make 32 nations fight as one. It's what we do with multi-domain operations or with the cognitive warfare concept we are developing. It is also our efforts about NATO's digital transformation that aims to enable the scale use of connectivity and AI. So in conclusion, months ago, Mr. Secretary-General, you outlined the path we can take together based around quantity, creativity, and cooperation. You ended your remarks with a call to arms, and especially you call for us. So, yes, sir, we are with you, especially because faced with the magnitude and the speed of the challenges ahead, success can only be achieved by acting together at 32. Allies, NATO, and industry in the widest sense of the word. So let me end on that note. We hear you, Mr. Secretary-General. We hear you, the nations. We hear you, the industry. You are big players, the large and the small, and so help us help you deal with this existential challenge. I thank you.
Sir, as you say, it's all about delivery, and you just delivered. You have moved us forward into a posture of constant adaptation. For those of us who have been supporting NATO for decades, I can truly attest to feeling this change. So thank you for your leadership. We will hold a moment in case any of our senior leaders have to depart.